Playing the Radical Latino Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands in the air for New York's very own.
Radical
Latino is taking you to another level.
What up, my people? Welcome back to another episode of the Radical Latino Show. It's your host, the Radical Latino, Mr. Number 25 on all Latin podcasts, aka Mr. Unsuable, for the fourth week running. What is going on? How's everybody doing? I hope you guys enjoyed this week that passed by. I hope you guys enjoyed everything that occurred. Hopefully everybody is safe. I know all of the countries opening back up, so nobody's back in quarantine, but everything is opening back up little by little. So shout out to everybody. Hopefully everybody's staying safe while we're getting away from this whole coronavirus situation. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to all of y'all for that. Now, I want to give a shout out to all my supporters, all my new listeners. A shout out to all my people who attended also the debate that I had with Rich Numa on Sunday. This is coming out Wednesday. Obviously, today's Wednesday, but I recorded earlier. You know what I'm saying? So I can edit stuff out. But anyway, shout out to everybody that attended that debate. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a wonderful debate. I tried something new. First of all, the debate I believe is a lot better when it's seen on YouTube. So go to my YouTube channel, Radical Latino, and you could definitely check out the debate right there. It's a lot better if you see it live. Well, not live, I mean through video, recorded, because you actually get to see what I'm presenting. You know what I'm saying? You actually get to see what I'm putting out there. You actually get to see what I'm showing during that debate instead of just hearing it audibly. You know what I'm saying? So even though I put the debate on my podcast, I put it on my podcast and all that. So even though I did that, I think it's gonna be a better experience for you guys to actually check out everything that I'm putting out there, visually. How I put out the FBI stats, because a lot of white supremacists like to use that as a talking point. The FBI stats, you can't go against the FBI stats. No, you can. There's ways to go around it, but if you want to use the FBI stats, fine, let's go ahead. And I used the FBI stats. I even put the link to it in the chat, for people to go check it out. I use the FBI stats, and the thing is, it's so funny watching those type of talking points blow up in their face. I want to give a shout out to Rich Numa for actually being a really good somewhat of a good sport, because later on he ended up exiting out, leaving. You know what I'm saying? So sorry that ended up happening, but it is what it is. But yeah, the debate right now is doing some great numbers. If I were you guys, go vote. First of all, watch the debate, hear the debate, or whatever the case is. It's 3 hours long. The real debate is actually like an hour and like a couple of minutes. And then I have actually other people call up in to give their thoughts on everything. So the debate itself, it's on my community tab on not the debate. The debate is on my YouTube channel, but the way to vote to actually put your vote in to let me know who won the debate. It's on my community tab. So if you go to my community tab, go there and click into the who you think won. I got 3. A lot of people were telling me this, saying it in the chat, so that's why I put 3 choices instead of 2, instead of me winning or Rich winning. You know what I mean? I put 3 choices. One for me, radical one, the other one for Rich one, and another one was this was a waste of time. This wasn't a debate, because to be completely honest, I try something new in this debate. Usually in my debates, I basically go in with facts that I know and certain stats that I know about, and it just comes up, and I have that shit in the stash, so I just say, well, that's not true because of this and this and this, but that's not true because of this and this and this. With Rich, I said, you know what? I'm gonna try something new. I'm actually going to show and know all his talking points that he's gonna come up with beforehand. And I'm gonna have everything already laid out to let him basically just, hey, explain this, explain that, and all this beforehand, because I already knew all his talking points. So I already had everything laid out, and that was the thing that I wanted to try. And said, let's see how this will happen, and a lot of people enjoyed it. A lot of people enjoy the fact that during the debate, when he said blacks like to commit a lot of crime, I showed the FBI stats, and I said, well, that's not true. You can't dispute FBI stats if you want to. A lot of white supremacists like to do that, and I'm like, that's not true, because it says here, from a 10-year period from 2008 to 2018, whites committed more crime than blacks in a 10-year period, right? Blacks committed less crime than whites. If you really want to be pedantic about it, and this is what I showed. He couldn't dispute that. And he just went back to his regular talking points, which showed me that, okay, he wasn't ready for this. You know what I'm saying? It was a really big eye opener with that, and on my part, where I was like, whoa. But a lot of people enjoyed it. A lot of people enjoyed the fact that I not only came overly prepared, but I basically fucked them up verbally, intellectually, and everything. You know what I'm saying? So everybody enjoyed that. So definitely go check it out on my YouTube channel, and also go vote to see who you think won, or whatever the case is, right? Now, there was another live stream that I was a part of, which is actually really funny to even mention. And this is the reason why I'm titling this episode, I was part of Xtina's live stream, right? And basically, the name of the live stream was the current state of the Hispanic Latin community, right? As you guys know, I don't like using the word Hispanic, but whatever. In this case, it is what it is. So, the current state, and I really like that. And I joined the live, and it ended up, listen, after 3 hours, I couldn't do it anymore. I left. That live ended up being 10 hours, okay? A lot of memorable things happened in that live stream. People were bugging out on that live stream, going crazy. We saw an earthquake during that live stream. The live stream was so lit that the earth couldn't take it. The shit started to shake, So that type of live stream inspired me to even do this type of episode and talk about it, especially because it's a Latin History Month. I don't like saying Hispanic because that's not what we should be identifying as, but anyway, it is what it is. So you know, that's what inspired me. On top of that, there was a certain individual, well, two certain individuals that were part of that live stream that kept on saying the same talking points, that what unites us is the fact that we have Spanish blood and all that. Without the Spanish, we aren't Latin, which is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. You know, so that's the reason why I'm making this this episode the way it is, you know. So I just want to put that out there now, you know what I mean. The other thing that I want to talk about real quick, so I made my last video was at Jason Black, the Black Authority, right? And I was getting some good reception at first, and then a lot of people were starting to come at me like, this is what you Hispanics like to do. You like to identify with white. Now shut the fuck up. Listen, I hate hypocrites. I just hate hypocrites, okay? I hate hypocrites. I totally understand if you're fans of somebody. I totally understand if you are, you know, a follower of a certain person. But if you are hearing someone criticizing them without calling them out their name, without none of that bullshit, just criticizing them and their point of view and what they put out and putting opposing facts out there, the fuck you coming at me for and talking about the Latin community? I didn't say nothing about the black community. You know what I'm saying? I never said shit about the black community. All I said was the Black Authority lied about what he was talking about. And I even showed a small clip of it, but people could go find the whole thing if they want. But the whole point is that the Black Authority lied. He said that the Latin people in Florida are rallying over Trump, and those are the ones that's going to vote for Trump. He's acting like Florida is such a, especially the Latin people in Florida, are going to swing the vote so fucking much that we're the only ones that's going to make Trump win again. You know what I'm saying? That shit makes no fucking sense. And the way he tried to frame it is, look at all the Latin people. I went through the state of El Paso. I understand what it is. You know what I'm saying? Shut the fuck up. Dude, that makes no sense. That's a lie. And I even showed opposing views on that shit. I showed an article saying that 70-something% of people of Latin people don't feel Trump whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? So which one is it, bro? But let's say, check this out. Let's say the opposite is true from that article, right? That Latin people in Florida are feeling Joe Biden. How's that any good? How is Biden any good? According to the Black Authority's talking points, the Democrats is as worse as the Republicans. They're both part of the white supremacist system. You're part of not voting. So what's your issue? What's your beef? You know what I'm saying? First of all, I even showed the 2016 elections on who voted based on race. Latin people voted for Trump 28%. But they voted for Hillary 64%. That, your talking point goes out the window. That makes no sense right there. Your talking point goes out the window. Secondly, the majority of people that voted for Trump were white. And the majority of people that voted for Trump were others. So focus on them too. Be focusing on some dumbass article that said Latinos in Florida are feeling Trump more because Joe Biden loses. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? And don't lump the whole Latin community because of some people in Florida, some Latin people in Florida. You know what I'm saying? It's like me doing white supremacists do this. I don't. It's like I'm judging the whole black community based on the black people in Chicago. Get the fuck out of here, bro. That right there makes no type of sense. You know, so I made a video about it. I didn't call nobody out there. I'm like, listen, this makes no sense. That's not true. Here, this is why. Boom, 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 boom. I showed my receipts. What, people didn't like it? Okay, eat a dick. I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, I showed the truth. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't part of no dumbass agenda that this dude and so everybody else got going for it. I wasn't part of it. You know what I'm saying? I was against that agenda. And on top of that agenda that I was against, I showed everything that he showed that was false. What, they didn't like? Y'all all said, oh, his fans didn't like that shit. So what? So I was like basically going to war with some of the people there that made no sense. The same old talking points. Latin people are all racist. That's not true. Latin people all identify as white. That's not true. Latin people like to, that's all their talking points is. That's all these little fans talking points is, which makes no type of sense. And the thing is, when it comes to hypocrites, we have to learn to combat their bullshit. This is what we have to learn. When it comes to hypocrites, we cannot allow hypocrites, it doesn't matter whichever race that they are, we cannot allow hypocrites to just start labeling, well, that's not, start using little, some unupdated stereotypes on, first of all, on anybody, but on us. Get the fuck out of here. Nah, y'all like to identify, that's not true. The same way how we gotta go against white supremacists, the same way how we gotta go against white supremacists and let them know what the deal is with history, same thing we gotta do with hypocrites. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Because these are some fake pro-black hypocrites. You know what I'm saying? Because these are the same people that come to my video, oh, fuck all Latin people, y'all bunch of racists, but yet they're sleeping with a Dominican chick. You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here, bro. Nah, these are fake hypocrites. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck out of here. So I just want to put that out there because I was seeing all the craziness and I was like, get the fuck out of here, right? Now, the other thing I want to talk about is the last episode. I don't know who I pissed off, but goddamn, I don't know who I pissed off because YouTube hits me up talking about, yo, your video got taken down. The last episode 108. Your video got taken down because it's inappropriate. And I'm like, what? It's inappropriate? What are you talking? What was inappropriate about it? I'm thinking because I was cursing in the beginning. Listen, I don't like, being unauthentic. I like to be, real. You know what I'm saying? But what are you talking about? Inappropriate? What the fuck was I saying? That was so messed up. You know what I mean? And I couldn't find it. So I'm like, yo, listen. I even check this out. When I got home, I appealed it, and I even wrote a message on the appeal because I just found this out. When you appeal a video that got taken down because somebody flagged it, I'm telling you, the haters is real. Because somebody flagged it, you could appeal it and write the message on why it shouldn't be taken down. And hey, listen, I got into my whole thing. I'm like, hey, YouTube team, check this out. Why was this taken down? I don't know why. What about it was inappropriate? Your email didn't tell me what was inappropriate, and also the algorithm isn't telling me what's inappropriate. If it is inappropriate, let me know the timestamp of my inappropriateness, and I will take it down. And I even added, listen, this episode was about Latin identity and black and brown unity. So what's inappropriate about that? Once I wrote it like that, within an hour my video came back up. We manually reviewed it, we apologized, this and this and oh yeah, really? Okay. Really? All right. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, stop it. So I want to give a huge shout out to my haters. Y'all can't stop me. Secondly, this is a podcast. This is not my just regular videos that I do on YouTube. This is my podcast. The only thing that you're taking down is the YouTube video that my podcast is being broadcast. You're not taking out iTunes. You're not taking me out on Google Play, Amazon, Spotify. You're not taking me out on those. So if I were y'all, I would try a little harder on that. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. So on that video, you know, first of all, shout out to Mexican Excellence. I applaud her for even being a part of this, you know, interview. Truth be told, you know, she is very, very knowledgeable on everything that she was speaking on. Extremely powerful person, a powerful speaker, and I enjoyed even having her on. So shout out to Mexican Excellence and go subscribe to her channel. I want to read the comments of this channel, of this episode, right? So Johnny Mills says, Radical Latino, great interview, and shout out to Mexican Excellence. 100% true. Shout out to her. Mexican Excellence even commented. She said, thanks for a great interview. You asked some real questions and matched the much needed positive energy. Keep doing your thing. No stopping. Shout out to her, most definitely. I'm definitely gonna do my thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely gonna, you know, keep on talking about, you know, going against white supremacy, you know, especially in our communities and the way it affects us. You know what I'm saying? Indigenous Beauty, shout out to her. I love watching her videos. I'm so happy to see her spreading her knowledge to everyone and making people aware, or simply reminding people of our native roots. Shout out to her, most definitely. The person that was part of the live, he was a Dominican Venezuelan dude. I don't believe he is. I believe he's Spaniard. He said there's Hansel, he says there is so much bullshit to unpack here. People like this, they hate the fact that they have other things mixed with them, and they like to romanticize their oppressors. They like to romanticize the people that enslave their own people. They didn't even see themselves as the people being oppressed. They see themselves as the oppressors. You know what I'm saying? So these are the type of people that we gotta really watch closely and unpack the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, this is a person that shouldn't even be given the light of day whatsoever. You know what I mean? So, people should really watch out for this type of individual. Blight, shout out to Blight. You know, he I keep on calling him Blight. Shout out to him. He's one of these those people that you really want and need in your corner, because he actually comes with extremely well put together knowledge that will blow you away. You're like, whoa, I didn't even think about it like that. Especially coming from, you know, half black, half white person. He comes with things that I didn't even think would exist, you know, in the biracial community. But shout out to him. He said, a great video as always. Because I'm not Latino, I really enjoy listening to your perspective to learn more about how you feel and your people. It is so crazy how far-reaching white supremacy is as a network. Keep fighting the good fight. I share your videos whenever I can. Hashtag Blight. Shout out to him. Yeah, white supremacy is some bullshit, man. White supremacy is some bullshit. Winnadell says this Sunday at 6 o'clock I will make some popcorn. He's talking about the debate. You should be okay if you stick to with straight facts and find ways to debunk his BS. Like Tariq Nasheed once said, 90% of the things that people with racist or white supremacist mindsets say is a bunch of bullshit. Tariq is right, 100%. I don't listen to Tariq Nasheed too much, but when I do get sent videos, and when I do have the time to mind you, I'm always busy. I don't got time to watch or listen to like 2-hour live streams, but whenever I do, I enjoy him. I agree with some of the things he says. I disagree with some of the things he says. You know what I'm saying? Just like me, nobody will agree with everything I say. You know what I mean? And that's totally fine. And that's 100% true. I wouldn't even say 90. I would say 99% of what white supremacists say is a bunch of bullshit. That's what I would say. And the 1% are half truths. This is something we have to remember. 1% of what white supremacists say are half truths. That they would say is, well, blacks sold other blacks into slavery. That's one true, right? But they don't give you the whole context, and they just leave it like that. You know, and some people that don't know history or don't know that talking point, they'll be like, oh, well, you know, guess it is, you know. You know what I'm saying? But you got to hit them back with, you know, something, you know, you got to hit them back with knowledge. And that's when you catch them off guard and like, oh shit, because it's so funny. I've gotten at least 3 to 4 requests to debate, right? I had 3 to 4 requests to debate. 2 of them were from people with some followings. And I was down with it. I was like, let's go. I'm not scared. One person was a fucking nobody, and I told him $250 to debate. Let's go. He go, well, I gotta pay you because you don't got a following. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I want people with a following to debate is so I could show your little dumbass followers how easy it is to destroy your bullshit. You know, I don't do it for me. I do it for everybody else to learn how to dismantle this talking point. So, and then another person that I said, you know what, you don't got a following, I'll do this shit for free. That's totally fine. I will fuck your shit up. My man ran 2 days chasing him down. Yo, we're gonna debate. What's up? Yo, we're gonna debate. What's up? Yo, we're gonna debate. What's up? And that's the thing. That's the thing. This is I shouldn't give people freebies. I shouldn't be giving people freebies. I gotta learn my own lesson. Money cuts the bullshit. Nobody with a following, $250. People with followings, they're still running. Oh shit, something happened. I can't do it. You know, two people ran. 2 people, they gave me some dumb shit. Oh, I can't do it. And the other person didn't even email me back. I said, yo, I'm free 2 days straight. Literally got nothing to do. I didn't even go to the gym. I said, let's go. MIA, nothing, crickets. I'm like, all right, you don't want this work. That's totally fine. I got you. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Aiden says, love the video. Love the interview. Knowledge is power. Shout out to Aiden. Shout out to Aiden. Moy says, I do not blame your cousin for getting emotional after finding out the death of Chadwick Boseman. Yeah, indeed, it was an emotion. I would never forget it. Passed away. That's absolutely true. Indigenous Beauty said, for so long my mom would tell me to check white. I would be so confused because I was hella dark growing up. But now that I researched my roots and I learned my history for everything pertaining to natives, I see why she would tell me that. That's sad that our elders had to grow up with that mentality. 100% true. The thing is, when a lot of people, especially a lot of these hypocrites, they know our history too. You know what I'm saying? They just like to pretend and call names out. You know what I'm saying? We gotta check everybody. Doesn't matter who they are. You know what I'm saying? When they like to use that code, not that code word, but that rhetoric. Oh, y'all like to check? Nah, hold up. First of all, white gets checked on us regardless if we even are white passing or not. All right? That box gets checked on us no matter what. Even when we leave it blank. Even when we don't even have the power to do so. They will check that joint as white. That's it, right? Now, it was always told to us to do so because white supremacy has always told us if you put down white on paper, you will get benefits outside of it. And guess what? We never, ever learn, because those same benefits never translated into real world use. We have to keep it 100% real. 100% real. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. And on top of that, it causes a mental deficiency, because when we start marking ourselves as white, even though we're not, on paper, our mentality starts to change, starts to believe that. Then we'll start becoming the Dominican Renaissances and the Antonio Batistas and the Rich Numas, you know, learning and pretending and talking all this other dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Two last ones. Mike Lefty says she got it correct, and that is the truth that most Hispanics are educated on. The same exact thing that they did to blacks is the same that they did to Hispanics. We are conquered people. None of us have our original native language or names. In a lot of cases, we don't even have our own minds. Well said. Well said. And the last one, on Tronquillo, all right. Our people really need to reclaim our beautiful and various indigenous heritages again. Yes, 100% agree with that. Yes, that's 100% true. You know what I'm saying? 100% true. Now, before I finish all my updates, next I'm planning, don't hold me on this, but because I'm super busy, but I'm planning on doing a live stream this week coming up on race, the invention of race, the who made race up, and how everything correlated. You know, I'm planning on doing a live stream on that. I'm planning on educating everybody on that, so stay tuned. I don't know if I'm gonna do it on a Saturday or on a Sunday. I really don't know, but stay tuned on that, because I definitely will come with the information. You know what I'm saying? Now, going into our first topic, the Apple event and PS5. I know this is way out of the whole you know, topics that we usually talk about, but sometimes, you know what I'm saying, sometimes we should change it up a little bit, because topics get a little too heavy. You know what I'm saying? So the Apple event. I want to start with the Apple event first. Apple had its event, and basically it only unveiled iOS 14, you know, a little bit more things, but it unveiled two things. The new iPad Air. No, actually, 4 things. The new iPad Air, Apple Watch Series 6, and their services with a bundle package and a new service for fitness called I think was it Fitness Plus or Apple Fitness. Don't quote me on that, but it's a fitness type of thing. And Apple unveiled it, and what was it? I was like, oh shit! But the thing is, I want to focus on just the Apple Watch Series 6 and the new iPad Air. It's so crazy how Apple, I don't know, they discontinued the Series 4. They discontinued the Series 4 and kept the Series 5 and the Series 3 and introduced 2 new Apple Watches, Apple Watches SE and Apple Watch Series 6. And I think they did that strategically, because I got an Apple Watch Series 4, right? It's connected to cellular and all that. I got the Nike Plus joint. The thing is that the reason why I didn't upgrade to the Series 5 is because literally all the same components inside the Series 5 is in the Series 4. There's no reason for me to upgrade. The always on display isn't a reason for me to upgrade. And now the fact that it has a a thermometer inside of it, a geo compass, my fault, inside of it, where now I could navigate where my landscapes are, northwest or whatever, without a cellular signal, is not a reason for me to upgrade. Get the fuck out of here, right? So they discontinued the Series 4 a while back, right? To the point where I was like, okay, this is kind of weird, but whatever. But they kept the Series 3. Now, when they introduced the Apple Watch SE, it basically said that it does everything except for having the same components as the Apple Watch Series 6. The new components like blood oxygen monitoring, altitude monitoring, and that's it basically. And I said, oh, and the brighter display, and it gets a bumped up in performance. I think was it 3 times? So I'm like, wait a minute. That Apple Watch SE is basically an Apple Watch Series 4 just downgraded to hell. Literally, that's basically what it is. It's an Apple Watch Series 4 basically downgraded to hell. Because the SE is promoted to like kids or whatever the case is. I'll let you do this and this, but certain things you can't do. You know, I'm like, what? And they kept the Series 5 in this. First of all, I never recommend somebody get a Series 3. Hell no. The Series 3 was the first one to introduce cellular. It was still buggy as fuck. The processor was shit. The Series 4, the Apple Watch Series 4 was the only Apple Watch that actually got it right. Literally, no lag. The OS is always constant. And the processor is good as shit. I'm telling you right now, the Apple Watch Series 4, processor-wise, outperforms Fitbits and outperforms the Samsung Active. I'm telling you. In performance, it outperforms that. And the thing is that the Apple Watch Series 6, it does come with certain things, but for me, no reason to upgrade whatsoever. I got a Series 4. Listen, if you got a Series 3 or below, yeah, get the 6. If you got a Series 5 or a 4, there's no need. You can chill. You know what I'm saying? You can chill. The thing is that the Apple Watch Series 6 does not bring nothing new to the table besides a new screening process of blood oxygen, and that's it. And the altitude thing, that's it. Nothing else. That's the reason why they had to bump up the processor on that. Besides that, nothing else. No battery performance. No performance on anything. There's no other thing nothing. It's the same thing. It's not. My Series 4 hasn't been buggy for actually since I got it. You know what I'm saying? The only cool thing that I like about the new ones now is that they have this new braided band loop. That shit looks kind of tough. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually gonna get myself 2 or 3. And they got new watch bands and stuff, and they got 2 new Apple Watches, all red and all blue. Those look tough. I'm not gonna lie, those look tough. And now let me talk about the iPad Air, the new iPad Air 2020, right? They upgraded the processor on it to what I believe. Actually, hold on. Let me read it because I sent it to. Hold on. Let me read it because I even did some research on it. No need. Because I just got a iPad Pro 11-inch. I just got that. So I was like, these are some performance results on the new iPad Air 2020. The A14 chip, the new one, right? the new A14 chip on it compared to the iPad Pro A12Z chip, right? Now these Geekbenches came out. Seems like the iPad Pro is still 68% more faster and powerful than the new iPad Air 2020 chip, because the iPad has 8 cores, and because the iPad Pro has 8 cores instead of 6, right? This is what I found out. The A14 chip on the new iPad Air 2020 is downgraded to shit. It's a good bump, but from the other previous iPads, but it's nothing close to what iPad Pro. And I think they did that deliberately, because when they were unveiling it, they were like, this is more powerful than the Chromebook, this is more powerful than this, but they never said more powerful than their own products. These are Geekbenches that's coming out. Single core, it's slightly does good performance. Slightly, not to the iPad Pro, but slightly good performance. It's getting up there to like actually MacBook Pros. You know what I'm saying? It's getting up there with performance. Then when they went to dual core, it went to shit. It doesn't handle good with multi-core processing. You know what I'm saying? So I saw that as like, okay, that's a cool upgrade if you're coming from a iPad Air, first gen, first, second, third, even gen, to the new 2020. That's cool, but nothing to get something exciting. No, I got an iPad Pro 11-inch, 2020. I'm good. I am good with the new LiDAR sensor and all that shit is tough. That shit is more powerful. I'm gonna get the little keyboard and all that. You know what I mean? That shit is tough. Now with the PS5 was announced. First of all, the first looks was all over the place. That's what's up. When it was announced and the price, I said, oh shit, look at that. The PS5 with the disc is $499, and the PS5 all digital without the disc is only $399. And the reason why I want to get the one with the disc is not because my internet access isn't that great or whatever the case is because if I do ever want to watch Blu-ray 4K type movies, it's a lot better to have a physical copy and play it through your PS5 than over the internet, because it does a lot of processing and all that bandwidth kind of get clogged up if you don't have a hardwired connection with an Ethernet. It's a lot better if you just pop in the Blu-ray and you let it read it right there, with performance and also with quality. And if you got a 4K HD Ultra TV, you are golden. You, my friend, are golden. No problems. You know what I'm saying? No problems whatsoever. That's the reason why I want the CD part of it. Now, when it was announced, they said that they said that pre-orders is gonna happen. Was it in a couple of days or next week or something like that? That was bullshit, because Walmart came out and people were pre-ordering it through Walmart like crazy, and it was going crazy on Twitter. After companies started to see, what? These motherfuckers are opening this shit up? GameStop opened up. Best Buy opened up. Target opened up. They opened up their pre-orders joint. That was sold out within a day. I literally looked at my phone and I said, no, take my money. No. That shit was sold out in a day. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Are you serious? It's sold out already? I didn't even have the chance to pre-order one at all. I'm like, God damn it. So now I gotta wait whenever it goes on sale or whatever the case is. Now I just gotta wait. Whenever it comes out, I can't even pre-order one. I'm like, nah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But hopefully you guys pre-ordered one, and y'all get to get, you know, y'all game on. You know what I'm saying? That new Spider-Man looks tough though. I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, moving on to my next subject: Cardi B getting divorced. Oh my fucking god! Cardi B getting divorced. You know how many WAP puns I saw on YouTube? A bunch of WAP puns. I guess her WAP wasn't good enough to keep a man. I guess this and this and this, and I guess that. Come on, dude. So I was like, okay. And apparently, so for those who don't know, apparently Cardi B is getting divorced from Offset. Okay. I saw some good takes on it. I saw some horrible takes, like, why would you, like, takes like it was ridiculous, like, why are you even, where's this coming from? You know what I'm saying? Where the fuck is this coming from? But so apparently, right? Apparently Cardi B is getting a divorce from Offset because she can't stand the infidelity and the cheating. So that's understandable. You know, in any relationship, you shouldn't be standing abuse. You know what I'm saying? If you are in a relationship and you are getting abused, not just physically, because there's multiple abuses, not physically, but emotionally and mentally, or just mentally, and you know what I'm saying? Whichever one. Abuse is abuse. Go seek help. You know what I'm saying? Please go seek help. You know what I mean? A lot of times we like to define ourselves from in relationships. These relationships actually define who I am, and that's the craziest thing to me, because you are your own person. You shouldn't let a relationship define who you are whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? So my best advice, like I said, go get some help if you are in a situation like that. You know what I mean? So Cardi B is getting a divorce. Internet went crazy. And all this crazy takes, like, well, maybe she didn't know how to keep a man, or whatever the case is. Okay, I've always said, this is something I've always said, that in a situation, there's never an innocent party whatsoever. Never a innocent party. In a relationship, both parties are at fault. Regardless if you get cheated on, it does not matter. You played a part in it. There's a reason why. And let me just say, Offset had a history of cheating on his partners. Had a history in it. The fact that you go into that, mind you, his life is publicized. This isn't a fucking secret. The fact that you go into it knowing that fact, and you said that's totally fine, that right there, you are accountable for that. I should not feel sorry for you whatsoever, because just like the same way how certain people view certain things, once I tell you what is happening or what it is, the part of you where is I'm innocent goes out the window. For example, if you say you're a vegan, if you're a hardcore vegan, you don't even eat honey, hardcore vegan, and I show you, well, did you know the threshers that actually, because you don't want to harm animals, the threshers that you actually grind up your food and all this other stuff, sometimes they catch deers into it, and they have to take and separate the deer guts from all the good plants and vegetables that you're consuming and all that. So you are nowhere near not helping not kill animals. You're actually contributing to it, because when you're buying it because from a company that outsources it from a farm that they don't give a fuck, because at the end of the day, they get paid by the pound. So if if the content is wet, that's more money. If the content has a fucking deer in it, a live deer now that is dead because it got caught in its threshers, that's more money. So once I let you know that, you can't be accountable as saying, well, I'm doing this to save the animals. No, you can still be a vegan, but you can't use that excuse. You know what I'm saying? Because I bet you $100 you're still driving a car with leather seats. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. So, once you know that, all accountability goes out the window. You know what the fuck is happening. You can't play innocent. You can't be like, oh my God, I married a serial killer. And 6 months later, he killed everybody in the house. You knew homie was a serial killer when you got with him. Why are you surprised? You know what I'm saying? So, he's a cheater. He cheated on all his relationships. The fuck you thought wasn't gonna... Well, you thought, yo, WAP was good enough to keep a man? Listen, to all the ladies out there, I'm telling you right now, no choach is good enough to keep a dude, all right? No choach is good enough to keep a dude. And probably you guys are thinking, then what's good enough then? I'm gonna tell you right now, it's actually very hard for women nowadays to do, because they don't, most women nowadays don't value yourselves, and y'all think your sex and your head game keeps a dude, and y'all mostly some IG thoughts. But anyway, hopefully none of my female listeners, shout out to y'all. But to keep a man, you have to make him value you. Very simple. It's not that hard. We're not that complicated. To keep a man, you have to have them value you. Not only that, you have to have them appreciate you. That's the game women have. That's the power women have. If he is valuing your choach, no. If he's appreciating no. Y'all have to build something in order for that to happen, okay? Yeah, guess what? He look good, she look good. My man, look good with V-neck shirts on. Shorty, she got huge ass, and that you could see it from the front. All right, that's cool. Last time I checked, smashing cheeks isn't gonna turn the lights on. You gotta bring something to the table. You know what I'm saying? Con Ed or whatever electrical company y'all got, y'all don't pay them with, OnlyFans type of videos that y'all be having in the bedroom. Unless y'all do, y'all shout out to y'all. I'm just talking shit, But still, the lights aren't gonna turn on because homie look good and shorty look good. You know what I'm saying? So, that's the game women have to have, and that's the game that women do have. You have to have a man value and appreciate you. Once a man really does that, I'm telling you, women got this dude on lock. Because you have to do things in order for that to happen. It's a two-way streak. Both of y'all gotta work for each other. You know what I'm saying? Both of y'all have to work for each other. You can't just fall back and say, I want this and this and this and this and this, and the only thing you're bringing to the table is a pretty face and a big old ass. No. So the fact that Cardi B is getting divorced, it's not her fault and it's not his fault whatsoever. It's both of them's fault. Both of them, not just a single person, it's both of them. She knew he was a cheater, and she didn't know, and it was her fault, right? And she didn't, I'm just saying, she didn't bring nothing to the table in order to keep him there. On top of that, Offset's issue was that he didn't appreciate the fact that Cardi B was his wife. he didn't see a value in that because he isn't grown enough to see that. The fact that you still are cheating out here when you married with a whole fucking wife at home, it's insane. That says that you don't know what you want yet, which is insane. You know what I'm saying? That says a lot. That says a lot. That character flaw says a lot from somebody. That means they're not serious of what they're doing. They're just doing that shit as a gimmick to trap you. And in reality, they could care less. You know what I'm saying? Both of these people are flawed. You know, and yeah, that relationship was, I'm not gonna say it was doomed from the start, but you know, it has its ups and downs and all that. But hey, they're getting a divorce. You know, one person cannot say one person is just at fault. Both of them are at fault. You know, but I was hearing crazy shit like, well, that's why Latinas shouldn't be marrying black men because this is what they do. They always cheat. Like, where the fuck is this coming from? That take was kind of crazy. I'm like, what the fuck? You know? I heard the other take. Like, this is what happens when you date outside your race. I bet you a black woman wouldn't do that. Like, okay. Okay. Okay, that made no type of sense. I know a lot of black men in the child support office with black baby moms, so don't do that now. Like, come on now. You know, like, that shit's insane. That shit right there is insane. But it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. You know what I mean? Let me know what you guys think. So, moving on to my next topic. DJ Vlad getting canceled. Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? DJ Vlad getting canceled. Now, why is DJ Vlad getting canceled? Good question, listener. Because he came out with a recent interview with DL Hughley, right? And he asked DL Hughley a question, and I forgot what the question was pertaining, but basically, he bogarted one of Minister Farrakhan's speeches, and he quoted it and misquoted it. He said that Mr. Farrakhan said, if you see a Jew, pick up a rock and like basically bash him. So he's like, yo, he's calling for violence. You know what I'm saying? He's calling for violence. And when you actually hear the clip, Minister Farrakhan is saying, if you see a Jew, which he's calling evil Satanists, if you see one of these people, pick up a rock of truth and bash him over the head with it. A metaphorical rock of truth, and bash him over the head with it. And bash him over the head so you could spew knowledge into it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he said. And Vlad I think Vlad purposely misquoted. This is what I think. He purposely misquoted it. But let me not just say what I think happened. I want you guys to hear it for yourself.
This kind of whole, I personally feel this is coming off the heels of Farrakhan's 4th of July speech.
Sure.
Where he said, those of you that say you're Jews, I will not give you the honor of calling you a Jew. You're not a Jew. You're so-called. You're Satan. And it's my job now to pull the cover off of Satan. And he went on to say, like, every Muslim, when they see a fake Jew, grab a rock. And this is kind of what I feel is the energy. And a lot of people look up to Farrakhan. I mean, I've interviewed NOI members multiple times.
Right.
I've used FOI for security. Overall, I think the NOI is a group that helped out a lot of people.
Right.
Hearing statements like that bothers me.
Okay, so now you guys heard that. This is what the Minister Farrakhan actually said. Check this out.
So you develop your vaccine. Mr. Dershowitz, listen to the words of God from my mouth for you. You're such a skillful deceiver. You deceived your brothers in the Senate to vote not to impeach Mr. Trump. You were very skillful. But see if you can impeach the wisdom of God. You're Satan, masquerading as a lawyer. Satan, walking in full sight, deceiving whoever they can deceive. That's Satan. Mr. Greenblatt, you're Satan. Those of you that say that you are Jews, I will not even give you the honor of calling you a Jew. You're not a Jew. You're so-called. You're Satan. And it's my job now to pull the cover off of Satan so that every Muslim, when he sees Satan, pick up a stone, as we do in Mecca. Did you hear me, Brother Abdul Malik? When you know who Satan is, you don't have to kill him, no. The stone of truth. See, that's what you throw. Allah says, had we wished to take a pastime from before, surely we would have done it. Nay, we cast truth at falsehood till we knock out its brains. Every one of you that knows the truth, stand up and tell it from the mountaintop. Black people can't take it no more. So wherever you are on the job, in the factory, I don't care where you are. If you know the truth, stand up on the truth and tell Satan, who the hell are you to try and pick my friends? Farrakhan is God's man, and you are from the enemy of God. So to hell with you. Stand up on it like a man.
All right. So that's what, Mr. Farrakhan said. Now, everybody's been going crazy. God's free Lord Jamar. But I want you guys to hear to the recent live that my son did. And I want you guys to listen to it. I cut it up a little bit just for time's sake. And my song brings up a very good point. I want you guys to listen to it. Check it out.
He said, I don't really feel like I want to apologize because people are trying to force me into apology. And, right now I'm not a place to apologize because I feel like even though I'm taking this down and I don't want to misquote him, I feel like he said things during that interview and other interviews that, were harmful and disrespectful to me as an individual. So I don't feel like I'm ready to apologize. And I said, I can respect that as a man if that's how you feel, but you just can't misquote him. That just was my position. And there was one thing that got me, he said it to me too, and I wasn't even thinking about it. He said that his business has not been affected. He made a reference to Nick Cannon and said, Nick apologized because his money was affected. People apologize for two reasons, because either they genuinely feel like they want to apologize or their money is affected.
Wow. Okay, so he said, yo, fuck your apology. My money ain't affected, so it doesn't really fucking matter, right? Ain't that some shit? Now, mind you, DJ Vlad made his money from his YouTube channel, let's keep it real, off the backs of black people. Off the backs of black people. This is a Jew that made his money off the backs of black. He's not even an Orthodox Jew, so I'm not even gonna go there. He's a white person, let's keep it real. He's a white dude that made his money off the backs of black people. Not only that, his interviews were used in some court cases. Let's keep it real. Yes, it's dumb enough for somebody to go into an interview and start self-snitching. Yeah, that's 100% stupid. I don't know why they do that. But AR Ab, why would you snitch? But whatever. Yeah, 100% stupid. Now the thing is, his joints were used to indict people. I've heard this shit from the streets. I heard that if you go to DJ Vlad, he's gonna ask you incriminating questions. Just to ask him, you don't have to answer them. You know what I'm saying? he's police. Let's keep it real. He's police. You know how many I've heard, I haven't seen, but I've heard that his interviews were used in court cases, man. Go to my interview with King Tone, the Honorable King Tone. Go to my interview with that. He throws a shot at DJ Vlad. He even said it. You know, don't be a DJ Vlad cutting up interviews, making it look like I'm saying something and now I have to answer for it in the streets. It's 100% true. 100% true. I'm telling you, this dude is a fucking culture vulture. Now, the thing is, he misquoted Minister Farrakhan, right? One, he feels, you know, some type of way because he talked about Jews. That's cool. You could feel some type of way about that. That's totally cool. But don't lie saying that this happened. Now, black folks are getting on code and saying, fuck all that. I'm not going to go into your program until you apologize. And he's like, fuck y'all. I don't need to apologize. That tells you right there what type of time he was on. That tells you right there that this dude doesn't care about the friendships he made with black people. He doesn't care about anything. As long as you making him money, he could care less. He could care less. He doesn't care about the goddamn culture whatsoever. Because if he did, he would be holding the culture with integrity. He doesn't. He exploits it. Yo, tell me about how many shootouts you've been in. Tell me about the drug bust that you've been in. Tell me about all the drugs you sold. Tell me about your gang. Like, come on, dude. Come on, bro. Some of his interviews are actually fucking taped interrogations. Let's keep it real. DJ Vlad is a fucking leech in our culture. That's what DJ Vlad is. DJ Vlad's a leech in our culture. And when I say our culture, I'm talking about the black and Latin culture because black and Latin people made hip hop. So let's keep it real. I want to get that out the way. So that's when I say our culture. DJ Vlad is a leech in our culture. Like Lord Jamar says, oh, Eminem is a guest in our house, and Vlad actually admits he's a guest in our house. Guess what? We gotta kind of kick him out. We gotta kick him out of the. He's not a guest anymore. He's an intruder. Now my man gotta get out. You know what I'm saying? Now my man gotta get out. Everybody should be unsubscribing to his channel now. They should be unsubscribing now. The fact that his business wasn't affected speaks volumes. It speaks volume. Let's keep it real. His channel's been struggling for a while now. The only interviews that he's mostly putting up, Lord Jamar, Godfrey, and China Mac. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. That's the only main people that he puts on. He puts on other people here and there, but nobody watches them shits. Nobody watches them shits. You know what I'm saying? Nobody gives a fuck about that shit. He mostly puts on people that gets a lot of views. Like, he keeps on bringing them in. Let's keep it real, bro. Now, Lord Jamar and Godfrey said they out. My song says he's out. Everybody is saying that they out. Yeah, let's just shit crumble. Now his money's gonna get affected. Now is he gonna apologize? Fuck that. Nah. His money is affected. Now you're gonna apologize? Nah. He showed, this is the thing. He showed his true colors. And this is what I keep on saying. Money cuts the fucking bullshit. Money cuts the bullshit. His business wasn't affected. No need to apologize. That means if his business was affected, there's a need to apologize. That's the reason Nick Cannon apologized. His money was affected. What? Are you serious? There was other things that Farrakhan said that I'm not agreeing with. He's staying on code. He said, fuck all y'all black people. That's what he's saying. He said, fuck y'all black people. Yeah, y'all made my channel. Yeah, y'all made my shit. I'm eating off of the backs of y'all. I'm making millions of dollars off of ad revenue from Vlad TV. But fuck y'all. I don't need to apologize. That's what he's saying. That's exactly what he's saying. Basically, he's saying, yo, blacks can't hurt me financially. What? That's basically what he's saying. What? Yo, Star has been telling us for the longest. DJ Vlad's a bitch. Joe Budden's been telling us for the longest. DJ Vlad's a bitch. The only thing that motherfucker respects is violence. How we know? Look at Rick Ross. He won't dare disrespect Rick Ross. Why? For those who don't know, Rick Ross backhand slapped the shit out of DJ Vlad. Why? For coming out his mouth. That's why. Rick Ross backhand slapped the shit out of DJ Vlad. Yeah, DJ Vlad, obviously, as a white person, he ain't gonna go toe-to-toe with all that little mafia bullshit that he be, I'm with Russian mafia, I'm with somebody that killed somebody with his bare hands. Fuck all that. He wasn't with all that. Yo, I'm gonna go sue Rick Ross. That's cool. Yeah, all right, cool. Lawyer fees here, go sue him. At the end of the day, you still got slapped, homie. You still got slapped. And guess what? He doesn't even talk shit about Rick Ross, right? That's one thing these people respect. Violence. That's one thing these people respect. So if talking doesn't move them, all right, let me backhand slap them and see what the fuck happens. You know why? Because these people are animals. These people don't respect other cultures. They don't respect other things that's happening. They're fucking animals. And sometimes you gotta rub their nose in their shit sometimes. It is what it is. It is what it is. So right now, to me, DJ Vlad is canceled. He could go fuck himself. You know what I'm saying? To me, DJ Vlad is canceled. Fuck him. I could care less. I truly could care less about DJ Vlad. He's canceled at this point. I unsubscribed and all that. You know what I'm saying? I unsubscribed and all that. Fuck out of here, bro. Deadass, fuck out of here. So, the DJ Vlad, if y'all want to stay on code, go cancel that dude. You know what I'm saying? Go cancel that dude ASAP. We don't need no motherfucker like that around the community. Anyway, moving on to the next topic. A very interesting report came out this week, actually, talking about a whistleblower, a nurse from an ICE facility, coming out, basically snitching, saying that, hey, listen, they're forcing the women inside to have hysterectomies done. Now, for those who don't know what a hysterectomy is basically a surgery for a woman to basically remove the whole uterus, either parts of the uterus or the whole uterus altogether. The reason why this is egregious, the reason why this is crazy, the reason why everybody's kind of going insane off of this one thing is because they're forcing these women to take it even though they have no problems. One of the incidents that the whistleblower talked about, that a 16-year-old girl, her medical files were forged, and basically said that she had like 2 cysts on both sides of her ovaries, and she needed a hysterectomy done ASAP. Come to find out, that was a complete lie. There was other ones that they will force them to have hysterectomies done without them even understanding what the procedure was happening to them, because they speak Spanish and the other people were just, obviously they don't know Spanish, so they just forced it, right? So this article comes out, it blows up, not that much, but it blows up. I put it up on my Instagram and everything. I even call it what it is. Listen, this is white supremacy. People go insane. I even bring it up in a live stream or whatever the case is. The thing is, we have to understand that we are people at war. This is something we have to understand. Latin people, black people, we have to understand that we are at war with these white supremacists. These people could literally come into our neighborhoods at any moment and basically just take us away from our kids, away from our family at any time. This is something we have to understand. This is something we have to live with. It's unfortunate, but we do. We do. That's the thing. Because when we start living life thinking like everything's all good, you know, everything's totally fine, nothing's gonna happen to us, that's bullshit. We can't be out here blind, not knowing the system that we live in. The fact that they could come in, literally label us whatever they want, Latinx, you know, when that's not the representation or the whole community should be identifying as. We should all be identified as Latin. Only a small group of our community should be identifying as Latinx, and we should respect that. We should respect the fact that some of them are wanting to be labeled that, and that's totally fine, and we should definitely respect that, definitely label them that, but not the whole community, because that's not fair. You know what I'm saying? I didn't talk about, I wasn't given this, you know, hey, you want to be Latinx, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't given this choice. You're making the choice for me, so nah, that doesn't work for me. But what I'm saying is, we are a conquered group. We are a conquered group to the point where these people could literally, this system could literally come and relabel us, label us, and do whatever they want. We are puppets in this gray area with no identity. And that's very, very, very dangerous. The fact that now they could take advantage of us and our women and sterilizing them. You guys know that this actually used to happen back during slavery. Same thing used to happen in slavery. Even to this day, female prisoners and male prisoners are forced to be sterilized. Why you think that happens? Because they want to keep the numbers low. You think black people was 13% of the population all the time? No, hell no. You think last article I read, Latin people are like 18% of the population, which is kind of insane. I didn't think we were that much, you know what I mean? But you think we were just 18% of the population just to be 18% of the population? No! This doesn't come out of nowhere. There's a reason for all of this. You know what I'm saying? And for some reason, white people are always like, oh, they're the majority, but there's something wrong with that. There's something wrong with those numbers, because you cannot be the majority of something when your numbers are dwindling down and you literally reach and start making everybody else classify as white even though when they're not. For example, let me give you guys an example. For example, you guys know Indians from India. They are considered white. Did you guys know that? Did anybody know that? North Egyptians are considered white. Some people in Africa, of Northern Africa, are considered white. Even though they're jet black as shit, they're considered white. It's insane, isn't it? It's insane. So my whole point is that this is what they're doing to us. And you know, we got some of these little people out here saying, well, racism doesn't exist. You're always blaming the white man. And I'm not blaming the white man. I'm blaming the system called white supremacy. And this is what's happening. They're sterilizing our people. We shouldn't allow that whatsoever. We should not be allowing that. That's something we should be boycotting. That's something that we should be yelling from the streets. You know what I'm saying? And it's so funny that our communities, you know, coincide with each other with the same trauma. Black folks go through it, then we go through it. We go through it, then they go through it. It's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. You know why? Because these people see us the same. These people see us the exact same. So when they start sterilizing our women, when they start sterilizing our men, to them, that's, it is what it is. You know what I mean? To them, they're doing their job of white supremacy. That's Nazism. They used to do the same thing to Jews. They used to do the same thing to Jews. And the reason why, one is because the white numbers are actually low. You know what I'm saying? That's why they're bringing in everybody else. They don't want us to multiply. You know what I'm saying? Have a mathematical, segregation of, people sterilized. So when we can't have kids, now you can mathematically actually predict when our numbers will go down. That's happening to white folks, by the way. That's happening to white folks in record numbers. That's why they're saying in 2042, white folks will literally be a minority, when in reality they already are a minority, but whatever. But this might go into some conspiracy theories, but do you guys know that there's such things as uterus transplants? I don't know if you guys are aware of that. Basically, they do a hysterectomy on a woman, take her uterus out, and transplant it to another person. If you actually look at some of the numbers, you will actually see white women are the majority of the ones who are actually getting this surgery for uterus transplants. This might go into some conspiracy theory. I have my tinfoil sombrero on. I understand. I'm not saying this is the cause. I'm just saying, just to think about it. Just put this in your hat for just a second. This might be it. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm not saying this is 100%. I'm just saying. So I'm not trying to get into this conspiracy theory, but it is what it is. So the thing is that, there's a procedure where it's called, a uterus transplant. So I'm just thinking maybe all these what you call it, the thing that they be pulling out, hysterectomies. All these hysterectomies are maybe the reason why, just to feed that supply that these people need uteruses. These white women need uteruses. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's it. I don't know. Again, it's just a theory. I'm not saying that it's true. I'm not trying to get all conspiratorial on you guys or whatever the case is. I'm just saying, think about it. Just think about it. I don't know. Just think about it. You know what I'm saying? But it's insane. This is something that we should be, actually knowing. You know what I'm saying? This is something that we should actually be aware of. You know what I mean? But anyway, moving on to my next topic. Two cops got shot in LA. Whoa. You know what I'm saying? 2 cops got shot in LA. Jesus. So the thing is that 2 cops got shot in LA. It was all over the news. Certain people actually were talking about it, saying, "Hey, is this a retaliation for one of the young people that the cops just shot in cold blood a couple of weeks ago," or whatever the case is? We don't know. To be honest with you, we don't know. But we know that 2 cops got shot in LA, and it was crazy. And it's kind of weird because no one is talking. It was like, obviously it was a planned hit, but no one is talking, and that's what's pissing these people off. If you see the video, it seems like it's a kid or a woman or something. Very, like, the person is small. They walk up to the car, shoot, and then run off, or whatever the case is. Then there's a video of multiple people outside a hospital of where the cops are being, you know, helped or whatever the case is, and both of them survived, by the way, helped or whatever the case is, and people are saying, yo, die, I don't give a fuck if they die, and all this other stuff, right? Okay, crazy stuff. Then you find out one of the cops that got shot up. You find out one of the cops that got shot up is one of the cops that actually started smiling and laughing when that Latin brother that was a security guard got shot up by the cops, saying that he had a gun, when in reality there was no, I believe there was no gun found, or the gun that they found actually didn't even belong to him. They planted it or something like that. It's the story's a little funky, but one of the cops that was caught on video laughing about the situation, she's the one that got hit up. So is this karma? I don't know. I don't condone no cop being hurt. I don't condone none of that shit, but I'm just saying karma is a bitch. That's all I'm saying. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Karma is a bitch. That's all I'm saying. You know, if you put something out in the universe, it's gonna come back to you. Am I saying that these cops put something out in the universe? I don't know. But based on the evidence of that woman, female cop laughing, maybe they both did. Who knows? This seemed like it's a retaliation. And now you have all these white supremacists. See, this is how you people are. This is how you people, what you guys do. All this other bullshit. This is what it is. And then it's so funny because if you actually look at the stats, you find out that more cops are killed by white folks than they are by black folks. It's insane. Throughout this whole week, you see multiple articles of white men shooting cops. One in Oklahoma, one in Indiana, one in Utah, another one in Northern California. Like, it's almost every other day. And I said, God damn. And then I started to see this hashtag, which I found out that Tariq Nasheed was a part of, talking about all Blue Lives Matter, right? And he's tweeting articles and news articles of white people shooting back, killing or injuring cops. And I'm said, there you go. There you go. And it's almost every day. It's almost every day. But people want, and white supremacists especially, they want to put this narrative saying that we're the violent ones. If some of our people are violent, well, we learned it from white people. You know what I'm saying? We learned it from the white supremacists that came here. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. We're just imitating the white supremacists that conquered us. You feel me? That's all it is. That's all it is. So if y'all don't want us to be violent, then shit, y'all should have never been violent in the first place. We're just imitating y'all. You feel me? But anyway, that was one thing, and now there's a award for the killer or whatever the case is, or the shooter, whatever the case is. Listen, I don't know who the shooter is, but I know the streets are buzzing, and somebody's gonna either snitch or not, or this might not even be solved. You know, it is what it is. But guess what? Those cops are. I don't know how it goes in LA, but in New York, if you're a cop, literally, it could be your first day or your second year. It doesn't even matter. But in New York, if you're a cop and you get shot on duty and you survive, you get bumped up. Literally, you get a pay increase and you get promoted to detective. I'm dead serious. That's all you need to do. I swear to God. If it's even your first day on the job or your second, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. If you're just a cop outside on patrol or whatever the case is, and you get shot and survive, you automatically become detective. Automatically. You get a pay increase, you get promoted. Automatically. So I don't know how it is in LA, so I'm gonna just assume it's the same, and I'm gonna say they're fine. Them cops that got shot, they're fine. They're good. They're chilling. You know what I'm saying? They're good. Nothing's gonna happen to them. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But to the shooter, you know, just watch your back. You know what I'm saying? Watch your back, homie, because people are out here looking for you. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, moving on to my main topic. Hispanic History Month and the current state of the Latin community. First of all, let me just put this out the way. First of all, I didn't even know when Hispanic History Month was. To be complete, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all guys. I never knew nothing about Hispanic History Month. You know what I mean? I never knew when it started or whatever the case is, or you know, Hispanic Heritage Month or whatever. I never knew. I started like researching a little bit more. It's Hispanic History Month or Heritage Month starts on September 15th and it ends October 15th. You know what I'm saying? And it was basically it started off as a week back in the 60s or whatever the case is, and then it pretty much went into a whole month later on back in the 80s. To be honest with you, I never even knew this. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I didn't know this. I didn't know this whatsoever. I didn't know that we had a month. So shout out to us. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to us. And I'm gonna give you guys what, you know, the whole breakdown is. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you guys the whole breakdown of what it really is. This month is mainly about. So this month right here is supposed to celebrate the independence of certain countries in South America. You know, it's supposed to celebrate the country of Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, and Mexico, their independence from colonial Spain rule, you know, that they colonized us. And that's what it's supposed to represent. That's supposed to be the day that we, you know, because in September, those are the times that these countries actually got independent. So shout out to us. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to us. Now, because these countries, mind you, these countries got independent from Spain. Okay, I don't want to hear this narrative, and I don't want to even see it on the comment section. I probably am gonna see it. Spain did not bring nothing to our people. Spain did not benefit nothing to our people. Okay, I'm gonna let you know what Spain actually brought. They brought diseases. All right, they brought famine. All right. They brought slavery, colonial rule, and arbitrary laws that were alien to the native people, to our people in that land. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys down a brief history really quickly. The Spanish, you know, came in and started enslaving the indigenous people here. They would call them Indios because they thought they were in India, a bunch of dumbasses. They weren't, you know, and they found that the indigenous people were just rocking gold. They were just rocking gold literally everywhere. First of all, there's a narrative that our people, our ancestors were just here fucked up eating mud pies, which is not true and not the case. We had fucking cities, all right? We had roads here, okay? We had civilization here. So it's not that these people brought in civilization and we so happen to be okay with that. That's not true. That's not true. We were balling with gold all over the place. That's the reason why the Spanish, when they got here, they started robbing us with all the gold. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, the Spanish came here and basically enslaved everyone and started enforcing us to basically pay tax in gold. If that didn't happen, the indigenous people, their arms, legs, and everything will get chopped off. Women were being raped, okay? And they were being forced to have these little babies or whatever. And mind you, majority of the Spanish that did this never married them because they were property. Why would you marry your property? You know what I'm saying? And the fucked up part about it is that these offsprings of the Spanish that will come out, the Spanish did something psychological to these people that, okay, now you're also Spanish, you get some privileges, but not 100%, even in their own land. Ain't that some shit? That's what happened. But now you have a buffer class that just got invented, right? You got a buffer class that just got invented, and you have these melanated, some stayed dark, some stayed light, some got lighter, buffer class where now these people are walking around looking at their own people as inferior and stuff. That's how they started, that's how the Spanish started to fuck up. You know what I'm saying? The mentality of this place. To this day, you got dark ass Latin people talking about I'm Spanish. You know what I'm saying? Which makes no goddamn sense. But anyway, I fare off. But anyway, the point is that this is what happened and this is a history. All right, you're going to have some people that say, okay, well, the elite married the indigenous women. Yeah, they did, but that's a half truth. Because when they married the indigenous women of these elite native tribes, it's because they wanted the land. So, in traditional fashion, they married them, sure, just to get the fucking land, and guess what? Everybody else still got enslaved. So it didn't really matter about marrying it. And these people like to just like do that little cockamamie, but they married them as a way to like say, but white daddy was still good. You know what I'm saying? This is something that we gotta understand, my people. This is something we gotta understand. Is that I swear to God, we are the only people, well, some of us are the only people that big up and suck and kiss the Spanish ass. The only ones. I don't even see that from black folks. Okay? You do have some coons, but the majority of them, no. Okay? For some reason, I don't know why, but our coons are the loudest. I have no idea why, but for some reason, our coons, oh, we gotta give it up to Spain because without Spain, none of this would ever happen. Really? Because we had our own language, it wasn't Spanish. You know what I'm saying? We had our own religion, it wasn't Christianity. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have smallpox or syphilis. We didn't have these diseases until the Spanish came. So what did they contribute? Some people would say, oh, they contributed agriculture. No, they didn't. So you mean to tell me the indigenous people were just here, just chilling, not knowing how to fucking plant trees and shit? Fuck out of here. What? No. If that was the case, then the Pilgrims would have never been fucking eating each other in Jamestown in North America. If that was the case. If that was the case, that the Spanish knew everything about agriculture, they had a green thumb and they were agricultural geniuses. If that was the fucking case, then every Spanish and European would have known already how to do that shit and nobody would have been getting no help from no native. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. Which one is it? Which one? Make it make sense. Which one is it? You know what I'm saying? Come on. We have to see. We have to make it make sense. But anyway, so with that being said, that's what the Spanish did, right? Black folks came in from the Spanish. The Spanish brought them in to our countries, and that's when, you know, we started mixing, right? That's a brief little small history, but Now, since we already know what Hispanic Heritage Month is, I want to talk about what binds us as all Latin people. Not because we have Spanish in us, because truth be told, there's some Latin people that don't even have one drop of Spanish in us whatsoever. But hey, we can still kick it. We still understand each other. You know what I'm saying? We still have that camaraderie, you know, even if we're in an unfamiliar place. There's other Latin people that don't have one drop of black blood in them, but they got Spanish and native though. You know what I'm saying? We still kick it. Everything is still cool, and vice versa. You know, there's some Latin people without one drop of native blood in them, but they got black and Spanish blood. You know what I'm saying? Vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So they're still Latin. They're still part of our people. So what really binds us, and this is my theory of what really binds us, our culture. Even though some cultures are different, you know, in Ecuador we eat ceviche, and we make it different. You know what I'm saying? We make it different. But hey, okay, we kind of do the same. So that means people in Peru and Colombia, that we could kind of know what that means, even though we make it different. Okay, we eat cuy, something I don't want to really talk about too much. You know what I'm saying? But apparently that's a delicacy over there. You know, and we celebrate New Year's Eve a little weird, you know, by burning, like it's like Burning Man, but without the sex orgies and shit. You know, we burn like this wooden man or whatever the case is that we either make or whatever the case is, right? So we celebrate that, but what binds us, I'm going to say, is our conquered language, which is Spanish. Even though there's different dialects of it, but that still binds us. You know what I mean? It's very easy to pick up a couple of things, you know. Our culture, now what would that be? What would our culture be? I'm not talking about Christianity. I'm not talking about that. What's our culture? Family oriented. You know what I'm saying? Family oriented. Certain music, certain dances that we do. Yes, there are some of us with 2 left feet. That's fine and that's cool. But let's keep it real. All of us in every Latin household either played the same songs, or we learned how to play the same instruments, either the piano, the trumpet, the drums. You know what I'm saying? That's part of our culture. The way we cook our food, the way we season, that's part of our culture, right? That's part of our culture. Some negative aspects of our culture, some people do. Some people have, you know, embrace or whatever the case is, and that's not what I'm talking about. That's not even part of our culture. You know, those are aspects of white supremacy that majority of us reject, but that's not part of our culture. You know what I'm saying? Chains in our brain and shackles in our brain, that's not our culture. But anyway, you know, things like this that we put together, you know, togetherness, you know, actually having a healthy household, that's part of our culture. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's part of only Latin culture and only Latin people do this. I'm just talking about Latin people in general. You know what I'm saying? That's what binds us. So language in our culture binds us, right? What's the next thing that binds us? The fact that we were colonized. The fact that we were colonized, and the fact that we have some of these white supremacists mind shackles in us. That's what binds us also. That's what binds us also, because we were all products of that colonization. We were all slaves and lesser than the Spanish. This is a harsh truth that we have to basically follow. This is a hard truth that we have to admit. Some people would say, no, that's all lies. Those are coons. I don't even care about that. You know what I'm saying? The fact that we were colonized, that's another aspect of what binds us. subcategories. I'm gonna go into subcategories that don't apply to every Latin person, but some. We're overly religious. We're overly religious. We're outside other communities. Black and Latin people are the most religious people out here. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. We're very, very religious. It can even be something small to something huge. We're very religious. That's another thing, you know, that binds us. You know what I'm saying? So we can't just really pick one thing that, you know, separates us. No, that's not, no, you know what I'm saying? That's what binds us. You go to Brazil, you will find the same exact thing. They're Latin people too. I consider Brazilians Latin people. You go to Haiti, to me, they're Latin. Some Haitians don't consider themselves Latin. That's fine. But I do. You will find the same exact thing in Haiti. The same exact thing. And the funny thing is, I'm gonna keep it real. We also share the same dysfunction as a black community. Colorism, you know, we can't get along with each other and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? I doubt that you actually get that with the Asian community. For the most part, I always see them getting along. You know what I mean? But anyway, so that's that. Like I said again, those are subcategories. But either way, that's what binds us. For me, that's my list that really binds us as Latin. Now, the reason why I hate using the word Hispanic, we already know, is because it's a made-up term. But that's what binds us, right? So happy Latin Heritage Month. I don't even want to say Hispanic. Now, the current state that Latin people we're in a fallen state. We are in a forgotten state. We are in a state that is extremely dangerous for us. Why do I say that? Because literally anyone outside our community from the dominant society could literally come and start relabeling us. And we so happen to go along with it. We so happen to go along with it. The fact that some of our people get murdered in the street by the cops, the same rate as black folks, and nobody talks about it. There's no marches, and there's no, uproar, is because we're a forgotten people. On top of that, we're socially unaware. There was a vigil and a protest held for that brother in California that got shot by the police that was a security guard. Only 20 people showed up. Only 20 people showed up. Latin Twitter wasn't talking about that shit. No other person was talking about it. Nobody showed up for that. Nothing. The last time in history, I believe was during Prop 187. A bunch of Latin people showed up saying that no, they don't want this. You know what I mean? Because it was a big thing. But still, we have to start doing the same things that the black community does. Most definitely, we gotta start doing that. We gotta start showing out for our people because we are in a falling state. We are a forgotten people. Our history is not being taught in school. Never mind the black folks, shit. They're not even taught, period. Actually, they're only taught in 1 month, and they get taught the same people back and forth, and it's a washed down history. But either way, they're not being taught that. Us, never even mind. Like part of the world doesn't even exist. You know what I'm saying? We're not being taught our own history. We're not being taught anything about us. Nothing that culturally makes us proud. Nothing. We're not taught about some of the great achievements that some Latin people did to the world? Nothing. Like Bartolomé de las Casas, he establishes a system of policies of anti-racism for the Indians and the mestizos in Spanish America, basically when the Spanish conquered part of Mexico. That's an achievement right there. He saw that the Spanish was being racist, and he made a system of anti-racism. That should show you proof right then and there that the Spanish was no good. You know what I'm saying? That's one achievement. Nobody knows about that. What about Francisco Ramirez? He funds an all-Spanish newspaper in Los Angeles in 1855. No one speaks about that. We got Luis Walter Alvarez. He helps make the atomic bomb. He was renowned as one of the great inventors. His son followed his footsteps. He's the one that came up with the idea that the dinosaurs got extinct by an asteroid. No one speaks about that. We can't forget Cesar Chavez. We cannot forget that. You know what I'm saying? He funds the United Farm Workers of America and he fights for Mexican equal rights in America. No one speaks about these type of people. And the list goes on and on and on and on and on of great achievements of Latin people here in America. When I say Latin people, mind you, I'm not talking about Spaniards, because Spaniards are not Latin, okay? And the people who are classifying themselves as Hispanic should not be lumping in Spaniards into that conversation either. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. Spaniards want nothing to do with us. This is a hard pill to swallow, but we gotta say it. Spaniards don't want nothing to do with us, and we shouldn't want nothing to do with them. Okay? So we just gotta keep it real. Anyway, with that being said, no one speaks about those type of achievements. No one. No one. And we just have to do our due diligence and actually go out and find this type of information ourselves. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of thing that our parents should be teaching us. Fuck that. This is the type of thing that we should be learning in school. Not having alternative or the form of information coming in. Come on now. This is the type of things we gotta know. Why? Because now we could walk with a head held high, not thinking that we're living in a gray area. You know what I'm saying? What was the last episode I did? Words and importance of words and meaning and stuff like that. That wasn't by coincidence. I didn't make that episode out of my own health. There's a difference. There's a reason. Words are very important. Words are very, very important, okay? We gotta know this. We have to know this. We have to know this. You know what I'm saying? We have to know this. And Latin people, we're in a fucked up state right now. We're in a fucked up state. It's hard for us to hear, but it's true. We're in a real fucked up state. We have to stop fucking around and don't see white supremacy as just a black issue, which is not. We gotta stop fucking around and actually do our shit. It's a hard pill to swallow, but it's true. We have to do our shit. When some of our people is being violated, we have to go out in the streets and actually show out. Okay? When black folks right now are fighting for reparations, okay? We should have been all out there with hashtags and all that other stuff on Twitter fighting for that. We shouldn't be silent. You know why? Because when we need them for one of our people who get shot down by the cops because they thought he had a gun and he was a security guard, and we find out that it wasn't a gun whatsoever, they just planted it there, black folks will show up for us, and that shit will draw media attention. Oh shit, now our voices aren't silent. You know what I'm saying? Part of that debate that I had with Rich Numa, part of that debate, he even said the reason why I don't talk about Latin people and our dysfunction is because we don't have nothing like Latin Lives Matter. We don't have things like that. You know why we don't have things like that? Because Latin people, for the most part, we're too fucking lazy. We are not the same people from the 60s, the 50s. We are not. We're not the brown berets. We're not the young lords. Those people show the fuck out. You know why? Because racism was constantly in your fucking face. Racism was there. And back in them days, that's what it was called, racism. The concept of white supremacy didn't come until after, you know? But it was right there in their face. Right there in their face. Did we forget when I talked about the lynchings that happened to Latin people? Did we forget that? By the way, if you guys don't know, Latin people were being lynched the same rate. It's a little bit less. I'm not gonna over exaggerate, but a little less. But we were being hanged the same way with black people. The same way. In Texas, it became a pandemic. To the point where they had fucking favorite trees to hang us. Did you know that? They had favorite trees to hang Latin people. Oh no, you can't hang a Latin person in this tree. No, this is only for the black tree. The Latin tree is over there a couple of miles away. That's insane. That's a madness. And most of the people doing the lynching were Spaniards. They were doing it. You know what I'm saying? Those are the ones that were doing it. With a crazy, great American accent. They were doing it. And these are the same people we want to kiss up to? Come on. Come on. Did we forget that? It happened in Texas all throughout. We were getting lynched left and right. Come on now. Come on now. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Actually, before I go, I believe that's what the solution should be for us, for our Latin people. That's what the solution should be. Get up off our fucking asses and do something. Stop complaining that no one's hearing us because we're doing it to ourselves. Okay? We're doing it to ourselves. And I think the first thing that we should do is come together as a code, right? Make up or stick with one identification of Latin, not Hispanic, nothing to do going back and referring to Spain, with one code of what we should identify ourselves as, and then start calling for those type of changes that we need in our community. Once we start doing that, that's when our identity collective start to come in. There's a lot of confusion in our community. A lot of confusion. We don't need it. You know what I'm saying? We don't need it. But anyway, that's what my solution is. With that being said, I'm gonna catch you guys later. Remember, I got a Twitter and Instagram at the same name if you want to hit me up. Radical_Latino_. And I'm gonna catch you guys later. Remember, as I always say, I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees. With that being said, I'm gonna catch you later, alright? Peace.